हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम इन माय यूट्यूब चैनल आरवी सक्सेस। फ्रेंड्स, आज से हम स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं एक टेस्ट सीरीज़। फ्रेंड्स, ये टेस्ट सीरीज़ बेस्ड होंगी उन टॉपिक्स पर जो मैं अपने लास्ट वीडियोस में कवर कर चुकी हूँ। तो हमारा आज का टॉपिक है क्लास 10th NCERT हिस्ट्री चैप्टर 2 नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया। मैंने अपने इन नेशनलिज्म इन इंडिया के वीडियोस पर जो टॉपिक्स कवर किए थे वो हैं द फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर, द आइडिया ऑफ सत्याग्रह, द डिफरेंट प्लेसेस वेयर महात्मा गांधी सक्सेसफुली ऑर्गेनाइज्ड सत्याग्रहs and the Rowlatt Act, the infamous Jallianwala Bagh and the Khilafat movement. So friends, let's start. First, which war created a new economic and political situation in India? First, the First World War. Second, the Second World War. Third, the Indo-China War. Friends, the answer is the First World War. Second, what led to a huge increase in defense expenditure which was financed by war loans? First, the First World War. Second, the Second World War. Third, the Indo-China War. The answer is the First World War. Third, in which year Mahatma Gandhi returned to India? The options are: first, in January 1915, second, in January 1916, third, in January 1917. The answer is in January 1915. Next, when Gandhiji decided to launch a nationwide satyagrah against the proposed Rowlatt Act? Your options are A. 1915, B. 1917, C. 1919. The answer is 1919. Next, which type of taxes were raised by the British government after the First World War? A. Income tax, B. water tax, C. custom duties. The answer is custom duties. Next, which tax was introduced at the time of the First World War by the British government? A. custom duties, B. income tax, C. sale tax. The answer is income tax. Name the novel method of mass agitation. A. Satyagrah, B. Rowlatt Satyagrah, C. Non-cooperation movement. The answer is Satyagrah. Next, where Gandhiji successfully organized his first Satyagrah movement in India? A. Champaran, B. Kheda, C. Ahmedabad. The answer is Champaran. Next, in 1917, Gandhiji organized a Satyagrah for dash. A. Plantation workers, B. cotton mill workers, C. peasants. The answer is peasants. Next, according to the census of 1921, how many people were perished as a result of famines and the epidemic? A. 12 to 13 million, B. 13 to 14 million, C. 14 to 15 million. The answer is 12 to 13 million. Next, why were the acute shortages of food in colonial India at the time of the First World War? A. because of the crops failure, B. influenza epidemic, C. forced recruitment. The answer is crops failure. Next, why was Gandhiji fought a satyagrah in South Africa? A. that against the racist regime, against the aggressive methods of the Britishers, C. against the Rowlatt Act. The answer is against the racist regime. Next, why was Gandhiji organized Satyagraha in Ahmedabad? A. For the cotton mill workers. B. For the peasants. C. Against the plantation system. And the correct answer is for the cotton mill workers. Next, which council passed the Rowlatt Act? A. The Imperial Legislative Council. B. British Legislative Council. C. English East India Legislative Council. And the answer is the Imperial Legislative Council. Next, who was barred from entering Delhi in 1919? The options are A. Mahatma Gandhi. B. General Dyer. C. Satyagrahis. The answer is Mahatma Gandhi. Next, on 10th of April, the police in Amritsar fired upon a dash. A. Gandhiji. B. Peaceful procession. C. Satyagrahis. The answer is peaceful procession. Next, which law was imposed in Amritsar in 1919? A. Martial law. B. Civil law. C. Criminal law. The answer is martial law. Next, who was responsible for the infamous Jallianwala Bagh incident? A. General Dyer. B. Satyagrahis. C. Mahatma Gandhi. The answer is General Dyer. Next, when was the infamous Jallianwala incident took place? A. On 10th of April. B. On 13th of April. C. On 15th of April. The answer is 13th of April. Next, what was the object of General Dyer behind the infamous Jallianwala Bagh massacre? A. He wanted to produce a moral effect. He wanted to be famous. C. He wanted to kill all Satyagrahis. The answer is he wanted to produce a moral effect. Next, what was the meaning of produce a moral effect according to the General Dyer? A. To create a feeling of nationalism in Satyagrahis. B. To create a feeling of terror and awe in Satyagrahis. C. None of the above. The answer is to create a feeling of terror and awe in the minds of Satyagrahis. Next, why was Mahatma Gandhi called off the Rowlatt Satyagraha? A. Because of the violence. B. Because of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. C. Because of the brutal repression of the British government on Satyagrahis. The answer is because of the violence spread in many places. Next, who was Khalifa? A. The spiritual head of the Islamic world. B. Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. C. All the Muslims. The answer is the spiritual head of the Islamic world. Next, who formed Khilafat Committee? A. Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. B. Mahatma Gandhi. C. Muhammad Ali Jinnah. The answer is Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali. In which session of the Congress Gandhiji convinced other leaders to start a non-cooperation movement in support of Khilafat as well as for Swaraj? A. In Calcutta session 1920. B. In Madras session in 1927. C. In Lahore session in 1929. The answer is Calcutta session 1920. तो फ्रेंड्स, ये था हमारा क्विज़. आई होप ये आपके लिए बहुत यूज़फुल रहा होगा. फ्रेंड्स, ऐसे ही यूज़फुल वीडियोस पाने के लिए आप सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा चैनल और नोटिफिकेशन बेल पर ऑल पर जाकर क्लिक करिए, जिससे हमारे सारे वीडियोस आपको टाइम पर मिलें. फ्रेंड्स, अगर आपको मेरा वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो आप इसे लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें। थैंक्स फॉर वॉचिंग।